All right, time for our review key. So, first one tells you right off the bat, we are factoring these difference of squares binomials. What that means is that you can use the pattern a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b, which means we need to take the square root of each of these two terms. So this one, square root of x squared, and the square root of 9, this is x, and this is 3. So we're going to have x plus 3 and x minus 3. Second one, square root of 4x squared and the square root of 121. Square root of 4x squared is going to be 2x. The square root of 121 is 11. So 2x plus 11, 2x minus 11. Third one, 16x squared. Square root of that is 4x. Square root of 25 is 5. So we're going to have 4x plus 5 and 4x minus 5. Last one here, square root of x squared is x. Square root of 169 is 13. You can use your calculator if you need to get that one. And that's going to be x plus 13 and x minus 13. That's under 2 minutes. We are done with all 4 of those. Factoring the trinomials below here, these all have an a value of 1. So this is going to be hopefully pretty quick for us as well. And they're all already in standard form. So we're going to go ABC. That's 1, negative 11, and 30. We need to see numbers that multiply to 30 and add up to negative 11. I'm going to show you on the calculator for this first one, but the next two we won't, just because when a is 1, they're pretty straightforward. So let's take a look here. We are going to do that right here, y equals, put 30 divided by x on the first line. We are then going to put 30 divided by x plus x in the second line, and look for negative 11 in the far column. Now if you look, all of these are positive because we've got 2 positive values. We're going to scroll up to find negative ones. And there we go. Negative 11 is negative 5 and negative 6. Negative 5, negative 6. And I'm also going to go a long way on this one as far as solving. So we are going to take our negative 11. We're going to break it up into x squared minus 5x minus 6x plus 30. We are then going to take the greatest common factor of each of these groups using grouping. So greatest common factor here is an x, which leaves me with x times x minus 5. Greatest common factor here is negative 6, which is going to give me negative 6 times x minus 5. These two become our first factor, and these two become our second factor. To check our answers, we are going to go back into y equals. This is a little dark. Let me see if I can brighten this thing up a little bit. Okay. We're going to go back in here. We're going to put in the original equation, which was x squared minus 11x plus 30. We're going to put in what we think the answer is, which is x minus 5 times x minus 6. Look at our tables, and they should be identical in column y1 and y2, which they are. So we're good to go there. I'm not going to show that for the rest of these questions. I'm just reminding you that's how you check your answers. All right, let's go to the next one. X squared plus 3x minus 10. So we need a, b, and c. That's 1, 3, and negative 10. If we look at factors of negative 10, well, let's do this first. So negative 10 on top, and then 3 on bottom. This is going to give us factors of negative 10 would be 1, negative 10, 2, negative 5, 5, negative 2, and 5 minus 2 equals 3. So those are our 2 factors, 5, negative 2. Now we also noted that if we get this far, when a equals 1, we can go ahead and plug these values in as our factors. So x plus 5 and x minus 2. Now this only works if a equals 1, but since it does, we might as well take the shortcut. On to the next one. We have x squared plus 12x minus 28. A, B, C. That's 1, 12, and negative 28. Okay, so again, we need factors of negative 28 that add up to 12. Negative 28 doesn't have a whole lot of factors. There's 1 and negative 28. It's negative 27. When you add those together, that's not going to work. We have 2 and negative 14. That's going to be negative 12, so that's not going to work. We have 4 and negative 7. That's going to be negative 3, so that doesn't work. Then we get around to 7. Negative 4 is positive 3. 14 and negative 2 is going to give us 12. So 14, negative 2. Again, since a equals 1, we can use these two values in our factors, x plus 14, x minus 2. All right, that's page 1. We'll take a break and do page 2.